Picture this: Freaky Friday, a slasher flick, and Mean Girls all meet together in one movie. Let's talk about it. Freaky stars Kathryn Newton as Millie, who's hunted down by the local serial killer, which is the Blissful Butcher, played by Vaughn. As the Blissful Butcher's hunting down Millie, he sinks the knife into her, but something really strange happens. Their subconsciouses switch places. If you haven't seen the movie Freaky Friday, just picture that premise. So basically, Millie wakes up in the Blissful Butcher's body the next day, and the Blissful Butcher wakes up as Millie. Now, Millie, as the Blissful Butcher, has to figure out how to get back into her normal teenage body, and from there, we've got our movie. What were my overall thoughts on this movie? I thought that this was a classic 90s/2000s slasher horror flick, but I really enjoyed the twist of the two switching places. It keeps the movie from being too formulaic, but the concepts still feel familiar overall. It was also really fun to see Vince Vaughn take on a rather unorthodox role for his repertoire. And starting off with what I really enjoyed about this movie. I thought Vince Vaughn did a smashing job portraying a young woman who had just switched bodies with an older man. In terms of acting, that's like a very interesting challenge to see him take on, and the way he did it, I just thought he crushed it. I fully felt and believed that Millie was in fact in the Blissful Butcher's body, trying to navigate this situation, still trying to figure out her high school troubles, navigate the relationship with her friends and family, and seeing that all go through, I just thought it was done very well. I also really enjoyed some of the dialogue scenes in this movie and how well they were put together. For example, Millie has some conversations with her friends, with her family, with her sister, with her mom, that I think really were very realistic and actually brought me to flashbacks of conversations and problems I had with my friends and my family when I was going through high school. I just felt it was portrayed so realistically and so relatably, where she's having these conversations with her friends. I'm like, okay, yeah, those are definitely two best friends, because I've definitely had friends who've had those same conversations. So in that, I thought it was quite relatable. I also really want to highlight Dana Drury, who plays Millie's older sister Shar in this movie. I thought she absolutely crushed it and really stole the show whenever she was on screen. She did a great job of portraying the role of the protective, responsible older sister, but she's also a cop in this movie, and she really portrayed even being a cop and combining that all together very well and trying to navigate this whole situation with interacting with Millie's friends and trying to figure out what's going on. She made the movie more fun to watch. But what did I not like so much about this movie? I really didn't enjoy the way the script portrayed the Blissful Butcher just after he switched bodies with Millie. When the Blissful Butcher first wakes up as Millie, you kind of get like this caveman vibe where he can't put together more than one word sentences, doing all these things that just a caveman would do. And I'm like, okay, he might be trying to get used to being in a young woman's body and as the serial killer guy, but he's not a caveman. He can form more than one word sentences. Hell, if he can figure out how to get dressed within the first 10 minutes of being a girl, he can formulate complex sentences, and rather than just bubbling on nonsense. That just really took me out of the movie. If the Blissful Butcher's smart enough to be a serial killer who keeps eluding these cops and has been around long enough to have a legend about him, he can formulate more than caveman-like tendencies, no matter how violent he might be. Also, I didn't really like how the movie dragged on for about 10 minutes too long at the very end. There's nothing worse in a movie, or really in anything, when a presenter or an artwork says, okay, we're done, and then continues to go on or has two endings. When you say you're done, you're done. There's nothing worse that takes the audience out of the movie than saying, okay, we're about to wrap it up, but then you keep going for 20 minutes. That's just not conducive. I have to give this movie a 6 out of 10. It was an okay movie, but it was definitely worth a watch on HBOMax. So friends, have you seen Freaky? If so, what did you think of it? You know, the comment section is, let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and check out any of these other playlists to join in on the fun. This has been the Bankrupt Hippo YouTube channel. I've been Bryson. Until next time, have a great day.